We'll start with Sergeant at Arms, just because there's one person in here, and we can get you out of here.
I'm jealous.
Yes. No, you'll stay in here. We'll make you stay, but you still win the game when it comes to going first. Now, the Sergeant at Arms, how long have you done this before, or is this your very first time? The Sergeant at Arms is in charge of the room, making sure you have a place to actually meet, and making sure there's enough materials, say voting forms or evaluation forms, ribbons, if your club has that. If you're in a contest, the Sergeant at Arms, you may be the same Sergeant at Arms. If you're not in a contest, you might secure the doors and things like that. If you're, say, competing in the contest, you need to find someone else. So the big roles that you have are to attend training, which you're doing today. Congratulations. Again, maintain the meeting location, maintain any equipment or supplies your club has, keep tabs on it. Say if you're running out of best table topics ribbons, you go to your treasurer or your executive committee and you say, hey, we're low on table topics ribbons, we need to order some, Mr. Treasurer, can you do it? And then you just arrange and tear down the room. Make sure the climate is set, the room's arranged the way everybody likes it, or the way some people don't like it if you really are mad at them. And once it's done, your president or whoever's closing your meeting should say, hey, could everybody clean up? We want to keep using this place. But if they don't, say, everyone, could you help clean up? And that sort of thing. You just kind of lead the parade when that happens. I want to give everyone a next 7 days plan so you can leave here knowing what to do. And for a Sergeant at Arms, the first thing I would do is check your supplies and organize them the way it works for you. So you can check and see what ribbons are there, what manuals are there, and all that sort of thing. So you can start taking notes, and this will really help your secretary out and treasurer out is having an inventory. So if you have a gavel, stopwatches, flags, timing lights, whatever, and you make a list, and they say, okay, we can assign prices from there in case we ever lose it. I would go online I don't know if TI is doing hard copies anymore. I suspect they are. Is find the When You Are the Sergeant at Arms manual and page through that. It's a really quick read. It'll show you how to set up a room in different configurations. Other considerations like reading guests, which everybody has to do, especially if you're an officer. But since you're usually there 10 minutes early, and you aren't there 10 minutes early, right? I'm just putting you on the spot, making you feel uncomfortable. But it's for everyone's fun, but yours. Go ahead and greet those guests since you're usually the first one, and then they have questions, answer them, of course, and pass them along to your VPM. If that's how your club does it. It might be different. Here's something that I don't think a lot of Sergeant at Arms do is make friends with the property manager, whoever's in charge, have their contact info, so in case you have to, say, set alarms or set temperatures back when you're done with the place. I don't know if you needed a, say, Chamber of Commerce, we used to have to do that. So make friends with them, know how to get in touch with them, email, phone, what have you. It'll make your life a lot easier when a situation comes up. Something else that might come up, and it's kind of crazy, but this happens, people lock themselves out of cars, they can't get their cars started, so have a local wrecker or AAA or whatever number on hand just for that. Any questions, Sergeant at Arms? No. Okay. That's the really big duties and your 7-day plan. You feel good?
Yes.
Feel ready to do it?
Absolutely.
Excellent. For secretaries, since I think they were the next biggest group, your big responsibilities, and I'm one this time around, this is my first time being one, it's an exciting experience. You get to attend training. Congratulations, you're doing that today. This is going to become a theme. You also need to help the VPM maintain the club roster. And it's important to do this, especially if you have a free Toast-based site. Do that for just both TI and your own website. So if those aren't meshing, you need to figure out why, work with the VPM, figure out, hey, has this person paid and they just haven't been processed with TI, what have you. So if you go home today and check that, that's going to be what your 7-day plan is. Also, you need to, as secretary, you maintain the officer list with TI. So if you saw this section today with doing club business online, it takes 5 minutes to make sure that officer list is submitted, and you just have to do it twice a year. I believe even annual clubs need to resubmit it. Don't quote me on that. You also manage files, and you send out correspondence. Most secretaries I've seen don't have to do that. If they send out anything, if the club sends out anything, it's the VPPR marketing the club, so you don't have to worry about that. But if you're inviting a speaker, a guest speaker, you as a secretary may have to do that. One thing that I think is working in our club is recording the minutes of the meeting. Who spoke on what, who participated in table topics, who held what role, any other items of business that came up in club business. That's essential. Send out a report maybe the day after, and it keeps even those who were absent from the meeting seeing what they missed, and it keeps a record for treasurers of what goes on when you have to change treasurers. The bank wants to know, okay, who's in charge here and what do you guys do? Sometimes that will come up, so be mindful of that. For your 7-day walk out of here, get it done now plan. Check just like our Sergeant at Arms, check your when you are the secretary manual. It's a quick read, it'll tell you all your roles. Most of them are of course outside the club besides recording minutes. Update your rosters, as we've already talked about. Make sure TI squares with your local one. And check the this is very critical because I hear it time after time after time. Check your contact info on TI, District 56, and your own website. Make sure they all jive. Make sure the meeting place is the same, the time is the same, how to contact us is all the same. Because if they go to D56 and then they see something that's out of date, they have no way to contact you. They have no way to know if you're even having a meeting, they won't come. So there's your 7-day plan. Once you read, for everyone, I'm going to recommend that you read that manual. It's a quick read, and it gives you an outline of things to do for every month. So you can start it now from January on. All right, finally, treasurers. You guys handle all the money. Again, you get to attend training. Yay, you're here, you did it. Congratulations for supporting your club. We really appreciate that. It's awesome when you do it because people that don't go to training, they often go back and say, I have no idea what I'm supposed to do. And they drag their feet and they get nothing done, their club suffers. You are the person who manages dues. So if a new member comes in or we have a renewal period that's coming up, you're the go-to person for that. They should be giving you, what's that? Oh yeah, hold it up for everybody. Or that's in previous one. This is when you are the treasurer. Again, they have this online at toastmasters.org. Just search for when you are in your role, and they have it right in PDF form. You can print it, you can do it on your computer, whatever you like. Okay, back to managing dues. Your job is to take those checks, get them into your bank, and give them a receipt and record it somewhere that this person is paid. You also have to, of course, pay online. And note about paying dues online, usually during renewal periods, you have to start with a minimum of 6. So keep that in mind. After dues renewal periods, you can send in all the rest, I believe, but they do require a minimum of 6. And that's just to keep your club on the books in good standing. Okay, if you have any bills, say if you're in the Chamber of Commerce and they want $200 every 6 months, that's your responsibility to pay it. So any and all bills you have or expenditures on, say, ribbons, awards, marketing expenses, what have you, you're the one that's going to pay it. So if your club should have a checkbook, and your club really now should have a debit card of some kind.